Hey wild things, it's Cypris. To those of you joining us for the first time, welcome to the wild. Today I have something that I hope will be really fun for us to try. This is the Magefy 10-pack. Comes in this, let me get the cellophane off. It comes in a nice little box that imitates marble, and there should be 10 pairs of eyelashes in here, 2 different styles. The advertisement claims that they're natural looking, so we don't have drag queen lashes in here. Although, I don't know, those might be a little drag queeny. Which is a compliment. I love big lashes. These are huge, and I'm kind of all about it. My face is really small though, so this is going to be interesting. I might have to cut these. Can you get over this packaging? Like, you can store it in this forever until you use them up. Like, that's really... I keep playing with it. It's magnetized so it closes. Kind of luxurious for a $15 set of 10 lashes. And these are supposed to be reusable. They're supposed to be handmade, quality. Oh dear, I can't remember if they're synthetic or hair. I'll make sure and flash that on the screen. I won't leave you hanging on that. It also comes with double-sided eyelid tape. And I had no idea what this was. Apparently this is used to open up the eye if you don't have a fold on your eyelid, or if you have too much of a fold on your eyelid. And I have really hooded eyes, so I'm probably gonna try these out. I'm kind of curious about this to see what this does to the eyes, but that will be a different video. Okay, so how do we get these out of here? There we go. They're stacked on top of each other. Come in, come apart. Okay, there's 2 trays and 1 lid. So you have to stack them on top of each other. I mean, that's the only way they would fit in the box anyway. So let me get the lid off of here, and you can see both styles without the plastic reflecting. Oh no, there are 2 lids. Both lids were on. They just stacked them funny. Probably so they'd pack well. Okay, never mind. There are 2 lids, 1 for each tray. Alright, we've got 2 styles here. They're both very wispy. Boy. They look big to me, but my head is small. I don't know, which one should I try? I think I'm gonna go with the ones that look like woolly caterpillars to me, because I have not used anything like this. I have used lashes somewhat like this. I'm curious about the breaks in between here, and how natural those look on the eye, or if it looks like a whole bunch of very obvious sections. So we'll try those ones. There's also a little package, also continuing that faux marble theme. Ooh, okay. So metal tools. We've got a pair of tweezers. I wonder how well these work. I've got 1 pair of tweezers that works semi-well, and I've gone through a whole bunch of other tweezers that don't work very well at all. These, I don't know, I'm not very hopeful, but we'll try them out. Hello, little cat. What are you doing? What are you doing today, huh? Getting into everything? You getting into the stuff? How am I gonna film with you all over me, huh? What am I gonna do? Do you need your cuddles today? Yeah. Do you need some cuddles right now? Right this instant? Yeah. Little man. It's bad timing for me. Is it cuddle time? Okay, so the other tools that they've sent here, this is an eyelash application tweezer. You see that? It looks vaguely like old school scary medical devices. These are aluminum. I'm not going to say they're high quality. I'm interested to see how this compares with my plastic ones that I got. I think these were Ardell. They've worked pretty well for me. I either use my fingers or these tweezers, so I will try today to use the ones that are in the box, and we shall see. I like that they're long. It gives you options for keeping your hand out of your line of vision, I think. And then, dare I ask why we need needles? I wonder if these have to do with the double-sided tape. They're awfully sharp. I can't imagine these are what you use to poke into your eyelid crease. I think that's more this, right? So, it's a little scary. There aren't a lot of directions here. There are directions on the back of the package. And it does not show utilizing these scary suckers at all. So the directions are, how do we say, not terribly specific. If you've used eyelashes and you're familiar with putting eyelashes on, the directions are just fine. But if you're new to eyelashes, these are not going to be clear enough. They don't, for instance, tell you how many seconds to wait before the glue dries down enough to put them on your eyelashes or your eyelids. And it does suggest gluing these directly to your eyelashes for a more realistic effect. But I feel like after several times of wearing these that way, it's not going to be very realistic because you won't have any eyelashes left. So I'm not sold on that. We're not going to try it that way. I'm going to go ahead and glue it on the eyelid next to the lashes and not pull my eyelashes out, because as nearly invisible as they are, they're not completely invisible, and I'd rather keep them in place. There are some safety precautions. Don't test skin before use to determine whether there's an allergic reaction. I'm assuming that's more for the glue than the eyelashes, and they don't come with glue, so I'm using the Duo glue that I've been using. I don't have a preference on glue as yet. I use Duo, I've used Ardell, I've used other brands. I'm not at the pro level with eyelashes to the point where I have a preferred brand. What, honey? You don't want me talking to the camera? You want me to talk to you? You need some hugs. What's the matter, honey? Why do you not want me filming? I know you're not hungry. You kicking my face? I need to trim your nails. It's cat massage time. So relaxed. So relaxed, yes. See, I'll give you lashes. You can use kitty fur. Okay, sorry about that. Now that I have cat hairs all over me. Sometimes he just needs a hug. Or a lot of hugs. That's okay, I don't mind. I like it that way. So, where were we? Oh yeah, I was going over the safety precautions here. They advise doing a skin test to make sure you're not allergic. Don't put it in a damp, high temperature and direct sunlight. So, in other words, keep it indoors, in a closet, in a cabinet, like you should anyway. And then the third one, here's the one that really got me. Please put in places where young children are not easy to take, and avoid young children taking food. Okay, so Magefy does not want to be involved if children are being kidnapped or fed. Clearly, what they mean is keep out of reach of children and don't let children eat these, but whomever they hired to do the translating should probably not be working as a translator. Because, wow. So, that out of the way, I guess we're going to try this. I'm not the world's expert on wearing false eyelashes. I have been wearing them since I was about 12 or 14, not full time. I started wearing them as part of costuming, and so I actually learned how to put false eyelashes on using costume eyelashes, which are way harder to use than regular eyelashes. So didn't know I was doing it the hard way, but I was. So what I've been using, I'm really not sure of the brand. I found some really inexpensive eyelashes, like a multi-pack of several styles. They're very inexpensive, they get the job done, and you can actually use them multiple times. And I've also been using a lot of Ardell. These are used, so it's kind of gross, but Ardell is probably the highest quality of eyelashes that I've used on a consistent basis because I like my deals. So that is what I have to compare these lashes to, is that history of using eyelashes. The Ardell eyelashes are about the right width, width of my eye. So I like to use them to determine whether or not or how much I need to cut eyelashes. So I'm going to take these little Ardell lashes that are not sticking to their little podium here and compare. So these Ardell lashes are not doctored in length from the original. So it's looking like these are going to need to be cut. I'm going to do that and we'll come back to getting these on my face. And what I like to do, because I like lashes to be as big and ginormous as they possibly can, I'm going to cut from the inside corner of the eye so I'm not losing the big swoop of longer lashes. See how they're, oops, see how they're a little bit shorter on the inside of the eye than on the outside. So I like to cut from the inside so that I've got longer lashes. But if they were too gargantuan for me, which probably will never happen, you could, I guess, cut from the outside, but that's what I'm doing. So let's pause here. Okay, I can definitely tell just by feeling them that they've got to be synthetic. Very soft, but holy moly. Can you see the difference in length here? So these are going to fit anybody. I would actually, if I knew any guys were looking for lashes, I would recommend these to men too because they're quite long. Holy cow, we're gonna have some serious eyelashes here. They did advertise that the band was fairly thick, which was good for durability. They also advertised that it's really good for converting to your particular eye shape, and at first I thought that was a really bold claim with the thick band, but it seems that it seems very pliant, and I'm kind of impressed actually with how pliant they are. How easily they want to curve. So we'll see. Maybe I'm going to have some new favorite eyelashes here. We'll have to see what happens. Well, if they're going to be that bendy, actually, I'm going to try not trimming them. Because that's the problem I have, is my eyes are so small and they curve in so much that it's really hard to get the inside corners to stay. But let's test these suckers out and see if I can get them to stick into the inside corners. Living dangerously. I am, however, going to cut off this. Can you see it? The band sticks out further than the lashes, and I would just as soon not have that. So I'm going to try to trim that down short enough without compromising the part that has lashes coming out of it. I'm kind of enjoying touching them. They're very furry, kind of woolly. Very soft to the touch. I would imagine that these would be fun to give butterfly kisses with. You gotta think about things like this. Where's my glue? I just had it a second ago. I know I did. Do you guys have any tips or tricks for getting used lashes to go back onto their stands and stay? Sometimes they stay and sometimes they just go all over the place. It'd be kind of nice to keep them securely where they belong, especially if I'm not using the same pair of eyelashes every time in a row. I should probably be in this thing, shouldn't I? I always like to practice because it's a real pain to have all that goo all over your eyes from having to try multiple times. I'm really not liking the feel of these tweezers because I'm used to the plastic ones. I'm used to the way they give just a little bit easier. These take more force. It compromises the delicacy with which I can try to finagle these things, but maybe I'm just not used to them. Oh yeah, I was looking for the glue. Just giving it a little bit more of a bendy just to make sure. I've always used the white or clear eyelash glue. It goes on white and it dries down clear. It doesn't stay white. But I know a lot of people prefer the black, but I feel like if I used the black and I made a mistake, I'd have very obvious eyelash glue all over my eyelid. So kind of like the clear. What do you guys prefer and why? Or do you have a brand of eyelash glue that you prefer and why? Alright, there's too much on there. Talking instead of paying attention to what I'm doing. How can I do this so you can actually see what I'm doing? Let's... Okay. Don't go in my eye, don't go in my eye. Okay, so first one's in place. Not dry yet. Not dry yet, but in place. We're gonna try to place the second one. Actually, I had a little near emergency because these were way more flexible than I'm used to. And I got it way too close to my actual eye and almost got the glue going into my eye. And I know from experience, if the glue is leaking into my eye, it's going to irritate my eye's going to water, and it's going to wick right back up into the glue, and the glue will never fully dry, and it's going to be a mess, and it will never fix until I completely redo it. I think the crisis has been averted. I don't know, it's feeling really sticky when I blink. Wow, that's really scarily close. Can you zoom in on my eye here? See the lashes. I'll get a better look after I've got them applied here. Ooh, yikes. Don't look at my skin that close up. Yikes. Okay, let's see if I can get this other one. Oh, I'd have to put the glue on it first, don't I? That might help. And there's a little nubbin on here that I can trim off, so that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so I can already tell that the inside here, it's fine, it's sticking so far, but it's far enough in that when I'm blinking, the inside of my eye here, especially I think on the lower lid, is really aware of that lash being there, and I can really feel it. It doesn't hurt or anything, but I'm worried that if I'm dealing with allergies or anything like that, irritation on the eye, that's not a good thing. So I think what I will do in the future is to snip that first bunch, that first tuft of lashes, because my eyes are just super small and I don't think I need it coming in all that way. I think it'll open my eye up more if I take that little one off, so I think that's what I'll do next time I try them. Okay, let's put the glue on. Okay, I placed that one a whole lot better, except got some glue up here. That's why I use the clear stuff. Sometimes it hits the wrong spot before it settles down. Alright, I gotta fix this inside corner. It was irritated enough that it pulled apart a little bit, which is fine. Now I can glue it in the right spot. That dry down. Okay. So, not dry yet, but on. What do you think? Clearly they're a little bit wide for my eyes, and I will need to trim them down a little bit. But let's see how they wear. I'll come back and check in with you after I've had these on for a while. Okay folks, it has been several hours, and I've got to say these are wearing beautifully. Not that my face is doing them any justice, but they are quite comfortable. I can tell you that. I'm having still a lot of discomfort over here where I put it on too close to the inside of my eye. That's my bad. That is not the lashes. This one, very, very comfortable. I'm not noticing them, other than the fact that this one is actually scratching the inside of my eye because I put it on wrong again. They are very lightweight. Even though they're very large lashes, I'm finding that I'm forgetting that they're on because they're lightweight. They're not casting a very heavy shadow. You know how some eyelashes are like little sun visors for your eyeballs? These, I don't feel like my vision is as noticeably cut by these lashes as other lashes. So I don't know if that's an issue for anybody or not, but if you're trying to see, I guess that is a good thing. They're staying on my eyelids just fine. They're a little bigger than I would wear every day, I think. I'm going to cut them down a little bit narrower and try it that way. It may just be that they're just overwhelming because of the extra width that I left on. Well, that's just my eye shape. It's nice that they come big enough that if you have larger eyes, you're covered. You're not having a dinky little eyelash. What do you think? My lighting is just so poor here. If I do this, there we go. That's a little better. So if you can see that or not, but it's a little bit of irritation right here and a little bit of lifting right here, but as I said before, that's because I didn't cut them down, so no issues. In fact, I was really amazed at how flexible the band was because it does look fairly thick, and usually with a thick band like that you've got really, really stiff eyelashes that you really have to coax into place. So I'm pretty happy with this. I mean, this is just the first pair that I've put on and worn for one day, but I might be willing to buy these again, actually. They're not as expensive as Ardell, and I do think I would want something a little less strong as far as size. I feel like these are a little overpowering. What do you think? Are these too much for an everyday look? Or should I just rock it out like this? Is this good? Should I do this? I don't know if they come in other colors. I will look that up and see, because brown wouldn't be quite as a shock. Let's get in there and get a better... Now, as far as the tools that this product came with 3 sets of various kinds of pliers, needle nose tweezers. Really don't know what those are supposed to be for. but they may very well come in useful because as sharp as those suckers are, I don't know, maybe getting slivers out? That happens occasionally. Maybe stay tuned on those, because I really don't know. Do any of you know why there would be needle-pointed tweezers in a box of eyelashes and double-sided eyelid tape? I'm curious as to if there's a real rationale behind these. And the Eyelash Applicator, I ended up not even using because I was too busy focusing on a new eyelash. I usually use something like this, and I've gotten used to it. It's gentler, it's lighter. Maybe these work fantastic, I'm just not used to them. I don't have a vote either way on these. It's nice that they include them. I do like that the way that the handle is shaped, that there's somewhere to put your fingers. I think though, I'm guessing the plastic, because it has just a little bit more give, grips the lash in a better way, but that could just be me. I don't actually know that. We will have to see if I start actually using this or if I find it too cumbersome. And then the tweezers for like hair plucking and such, I think they may work pretty nice for pulling hairs. We'll keep these on the vanity and see how they compare to my other pair. Hi, honey. This is the difference here. This is mine that I've been using, and this is the new one. So they're a little bit cheaper made, but if they work, they work. And it's hard to find tweezers that work for getting those little hairs. Okay, those are the Magefy 10 pairs, right? There's 20 lashes, but it's 10 pairs. 5 of each kind. I tried the kind here. I'm gonna call them woolly caterpillars. They're like bunch of chunks, you can see that. And I did not try the more consistent pattern. They're both kind of wispy. These non-woolly caterpillar ones definitely are wider out at the edges than on the inside. So I'm gonna experiment with these a bit because I'm really finding them super comfortable and easy to work with. They're very soft. I'm really liking them. The only concern I have is that I'm a little overdone. So let me know, is this a good look? Is it not? Is it too much? Is it just right? What do you think of these lashes? I'm happy with them. I'm gonna recommend them. What do you think? Do they look natural? I think they look impossibly lush on my little tiny head, but I sure had a lot of fun trying them out, and I'm pleasantly surprised by the quality. There's supposed to be multiple uses, and from what I've seen, I don't see any reason to think that they wouldn't be reusable multiple times. I think they're a good lash for a good value. I will go ahead and link in the description box where I got them from, so if you're curious about them, you can go look them up. And as long as you're gonna be wearing lashes, you might as well go wild. Thanks for watching me make a fool out of myself today, for following along, and if you want to see more videos like this, go ahead and hit that like button. If you want to stay close to the wild, hit subscribe. You can also keep track of me on Facebook and Instagram. Jasper says we're done. So, until next time, keep those lashes wild. You want to say goodbye?